What's up, y'all, man? We got another video. This video is 20 most disturbing things called me Dashcam, man. I mean, let's get right, man.
On March 1st, 2024, Sydney Thomas, a 26-year-old semi-driver, was crossing the
I
second
gotta be safe in these semi trucks and shit like that. Just on the road,
street bridge when
especially
everything
on bridges too. I can never drive this big ass truck on the bridge.
A pickup truck swerved into her lane, causing a devastating crash that left her truck dangling over the Ohio River for about 40 agonizing minutes. Sydney genuinely believed she was going to die and even considered unbuckling her seatbelt and jumping out. But instead,
I would probably just jump out into the water and just hope I can swim or something.
Drew on her military training to stay calm and pray for rescue.
So shout out to the military though. It looked like they were swerving to not hit this car right here. This car right here. I don't know. But damn.
After what must have felt like an eternity, firefighters finally arrived and pulled her to safety. The pickup driver responsible was later charged on multiple counts. Sydney has since returned to doing deliveries and has been back on the road for over a year now. But this was only number one of the 20 most disturbing dashcam moments. And trust me, it gets more disturbing from here, including footage where a biker burned alive. In this terrifying dashcam video, a man was driving his 2004 Subaru Forester XT down Angeles Crest Highway in California, where segments reach elevations above 7,000 feet. Driving at these heights can be extremely dangerous, and things can go wrong.
Yeah, I was on one of these too when I went to the Grand Canyon a couple years ago, bro. Like, you got to make sure you're driving good on there, bro. Especially, like, I say try and have, like, a truck, too.
Which is
I don't think you should drive a car on
exactly what happened here. While cruising along, he pointed his phone out the window to record the scenery. And when he finished recording, he decided to really push the accelerator. But this was not the place to speed up. His view was completely blocked by the tunnel ahead, and he had no idea what was waiting on the other side. Right after exiting the tunnel, there was a sharp turn, and he swerved violently and lost control.
That's why I gotta stop speeding, bro.
The car began to roll off the edge, but then something miraculous happened. It stopped on a rock wall. Part of a drainage pipe that literally saved his life. Had that drainage pipe not been there, the Subaru would have tumbled hundreds of feet down the mountainside. It's terrifying to think how close he came to certain death. This dashcam video captures what started as an ordinary shift for cab driver Ralph Roletta in Reading, Pennsylvania. It was his very first ride of the day on a Monday at 4:30 p.m., and he was stopped at a light while the rider in the back sat slouched down in his seat.
I'll be saying, bro, and it's crazy too, this place is right here, but I ain't gonna lie, that's why I don't like driving with people behind me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only valid I feel like thing to do is if you're driving and someone's behind you, you're a police officer, and you have like protection behind you. But I can't be driving with nobody behind me, especially if they're not talking to.
Then everything changed in an instant. The
right
rider
in front of the police
suddenly sat up and demanded that Ralph hand over everything he had, and you can hear the panic in Ralph's voice as he realizes what's happening.
Everything I got, man.
Keep your hand where I can see him.
I just started.
What else you got?
I just
Let me
started.
see your wallet. Let me see your.
I don't have anything in my wallet.
We can do this the hard way.
Hey, but you gotta realize this man got your life in his hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? You playing, you got a gun and all, bro. But he swerved off this road, bro. Shit, you ain't gonna need to.
Let me see your wallet and let me see your phone. I need it all right now if you don't want to die, man.
Okay.
But what the robber didn't know was that a police cruiser had stopped at the same light directly behind them. During the robbery, the light for their lane turned green. But when the officer noticed the cab wasn't moving, he activated his lights and stepped out to investigate.
There you go.
Let me see your hand. Here. Get out. Get out.
Hey, bro. No awareness, bro.
Almost immediately, the officer realized a robbery was in progress and ordered the rider out of the cab, where the suspect was quickly detained and arrested. He was later charged with multiple offenses. Had the police cruiser not been right behind Ralph at that exact moment, This could have ended very differently.
awareness,
This trucker
bro.
was on a delivery near Calais in France when his dash cam captured a terrifying moment of a violent ambush. Multiple refugees along the highway used an improvised roadblock made of tree branches to force the trucker to stop.
I'm gonna keep it so smooth with everybody, bro. Y'all can say this is cool, whatever, bro. I'm driving over every single person in this camera here, bro. I'm gonna be so smooth with you, bro. Cause it's like this is a one-way road, so you can only back up so far, bro. Y'all just gonna all get ran over, bro. I'm keep it smooth with you.
These migrants had fled from their refugee camp earlier that same day after rioting because police were trying to shut it down, and they planned to hijack the truck. They hurled rocks and chunks of concrete at the cab, with 2 lumps of granite smashing through the windscreen. The trucker, Mick Young, later described the moment as petrifying, saying he feared for his life and genuinely thought he might not make it out alive. Despite the chaos, Young pushed through the roadblock and escaped with facial injuries, requiring hospital treatment and around $3,000 in truck damage.
What the truck? Oh, y'all would have all got ran over, bro. I'm gonna keep it smooth with you. Every single person in this little camera right here, bro. Y'all just would have been sad. I ain't gonna lie. Cause you heard a whole bunch of bumps and thumps, bro. I'm pretty sure you can drive with that. You in a truck, bro. You can drive with that shit.
It's disturbing to think what would have happened had he stopped or hesitated even for a moment. But things are about to get a whole lot more messed up as we continue. In the early hours of January 3rd, 2020, the dashcam driver and his wife had just crossed the border into Mexico minutes earlier when they came across what looked like a simple roadblock with several people standing nearby. As they approached...
His hands in his pocket, my hearty. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. His hands in his pockets. His hands in his pockets. No, he's not. I don't know if they're trying to warn him that this car right here. I don't know.
Forward, and men outside waved them through.
This is mad, like, suspicious right here, bro.
It seemed safe enough. However, just as the driver moved forward, a pickup truck suddenly pulled in front, blocking their path, while people started banging on the windows and trying to force open the doors.
Damn, bro, that's so crazy to think, bro. That's why you don't just be trusting people out here. I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I would have seen all these people sitting out here, I would have just went on this side of the road if it's even possible. Shit, I would have just did it I mean, because look, there's a car right here about to go down here. Stop. That's just bad awareness, my heart. As soon as I would have seen, because you can see this car right here, I would have reversed right here. Or just did what I said earlier and just run them all over. For safety reasons, though. Don't just be driving people over. You know what I'm saying? Just like the reasons. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can jump on this side of the street. And there's a car right here. Shout out the cartels, though, bro. Good swerve, mud. You're gone. You driving along the curb and shit. You good though, man. Oh.
This was a coordinated cartel-style roadblock designed to steal vehicles and rob drivers, and possibly even worse. But the driver reacted instantly, maneuvering around the blocking cars and speeding away in the opposite direction before they could trap him. While that driver managed to escape, not everyone gets away so easily.
Dang it. Oh, I thought it was something.
In 2020, Aaron Pazant and Logan Howard, 2 American birdwatchers from Indiana, were driving along a remote back road in Mexico searching for tropical birds to photograph. Everything seemed peaceful until a truck suddenly roared past them. An armed gunman emerged from the vehicle, creating instant chaos. From inside the car, you can see the panic setting immediately as men realized what's happening. The armed men surrounded the car and began questioning them aggressively, making sure they weren't spies or undercover officers in their territory.
Please, what? No, please. We just...
Hey, that's okay to method though. Yeah,
after naming the names and the focus of the trip, the cartel members were apparently satisfied and released them. The entire encounter was captured on their dash cam. To this day, the identity of the gunman remains unknown, whether they were civilian patrols fighting cartels or cartel members themselves. On August 18th, 2020, Tyler Day was driving through Napa County on Highway 128 when he found himself trapped in the middle of the LNU Lightning Complex wildfire. The fire had started just one day earlier, fueled by thousands of lightning strikes, a record heat wave, and strong winds. and by the time Tyler was on that
What do you
road,
even do?
it was already burning completely out of control.
Blowing through.
From his dash cam, you can see walls of
can't see
flames on
nothing,
both
bro.
sides of the highway. Trees were collapsing across the road. The pavement was melting beneath his tires, and thick smoke had
I gotta
turned
get
day
right with God, bro, because this could be, like, you think this is bad, bro? You don't get right with God, bro. You're gonna see.
into night.
I ain't gonna
Tyler
lie.
had no choice but to
This
keep
is the sign
driving
right
forward, navigating through burning debris with practically zero visibility. He made it out alive, but the fire claimed 6 lives and injured 5 others.
I put it in, bro.
At the time of Tyler's drive, the fire was 0% contained and wouldn't be fully extinguished for another 45 days, ultimately burning over 350,000 acres. It's absolutely terrifying to watch someone drive through what looks like the apocalypse. On February 26, 2022, near Colina in Chile, a driver's dashcam captured a chilling carjacking attempt on a freeway ramp. A white car ahead can be seen braking erratically and moving suspiciously as it approaches a tunnel. Sensing something was off, the driver keeps his distance. Suddenly, the white car comes to a complete stop, and at least 4 armed men leap out, rushing toward the driver's vehicle in an attempted carjacking.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm telling y'all, bro. This is what y'all need. This is what the other dude should have did, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give respect to this dude because he got a real good awareness, bro. This is what we need more of the world.
Tunnel. Sensing something was off, the driver keeps his distance.
For me?
Suddenly, the white car comes to a complete
stop. For me?
Stop, and at least 4 armed men leap
Then he reversed that
out,
bit,
rushing toward the driver's vehicle.
Oh, no, he just went straight. Because think about it. They see you driving towards them, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to shoot you, bro. Because they would already did about him.
Attempted carjack.
So just drive through, he move out the way. For me? Go on. Right door. For me? And then you got it all on camera, so shit, you good.
But the driver had sensed trouble from the start and had the reflex to keep a safe distance. Reacting in a split second, he accelerates hard, ramming into the white car and ripping its door completely off
with 3 doors, bro.
while speeding away to safety. The attackers barely managed to get out of the way. What's remarkable is how calm the driver remained throughout the entire ordeal.
That's what you gotta do too, bro. Be calm, bro. For me, because when you stressing and you scared and shit, they gonna notice that, bro, and they gonna take advantage of that.
His quick reaction and awareness kept him safe, and some people who watched the footage speculated this may not have been his first encounter with carjackers. To this day, there's no information on whether the carjackers were ever caught. On the subreddit Truckers, one user posted a disturbing video titled, "Guy on Highway Throws a Bike on a Semi." In this dashcam footage, a semi-driver is traveling down a dark highway when, out of nowhere, a man suddenly appears and shoves a bicycle directly into the path of the truck at the very last second. However, the driver hardly reacted and kept the truck steady. At first glance, it seemed like nothing more than someone trying to cause chaos, but there's a far more sinister explanation. This was likely an attempted robbery. If the driver had swerved, the semi could have flipped over or lost control, leaving it
good work, bro. Good work, Sam. For me, calm and shit.
Vulnerable and easy to loot. This police dashcam footage from Paducah, Kentucky, captured an easy to...
I don't know if this is like ocean right here, but shit, you just lucky that you
loot.
Because I mean, if it was like a car, it'll probably only work with a car or like a truck. Or no, not a car. I don't think it'll work with a car. It'll probably only work with like a truck. I ain't gonna lie, it wouldn't work at all. I'm gonna be honest. Because like those big trucks, they could just drive through that. A car is easier to use, so you'd be able to easily get past it if you know how to drive. And then a truck could either do either one, either go through it or just drive past it. You know because person like me, if I seen, because realistically, it's like if he would have swerved, the guy was in the middle of the street, so he would have just ran out. So it really would have been.
Dashcam footage from Paducah, Kentucky, captured a gigantic streak of lightning so massive that 2 separate cruisers recorded it. The first police car was farther away, and its footage shows the sheer length of the lightning bolt stretching across the sky. But the second police car was much closer, and what that dashcam captured is absolutely terrifying. The lightning struck a nearby residence, barely missing the officer parked just feet away. The explosion of light and sound is almost overwhelming to watch.
If you could go back through it. Well, 2 reasons. One, it would be...
Fortunately, everyone survived unharmed, but it was a moment the officer will never forget. This Uber dashcam footage was posted by Reddit user Noil948 and starts off like any regular ride, a driver picking up passengers and taking them to their destination. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Then, without warning, everything changes in the worst way possible. The man in the front passenger seat suddenly grabs the steering wheel and violently yanks it. Then, taking them to their destination. Any regular dashcam footage was posted by Reddit user Noil948.
But I told you, if you're driving people around and not talking, bro, you gotta just be on 10, fam.
Starts off like any regular ride, a driver picking up passengers and taking them to their destination. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Then, without warning, everything changes in the worst way possible. The man in the front passenger seat suddenly grabs the steering wheel and violently yanks it, trying to steer the car directly into an oncoming truck. The Uber driver fights desperately for control and manages to stop just before impact.
But what was the point of it? That's what I know. Like, I never knew Uber drivers drive on the highway.
The saboteur immediately jumps out and flees. The driver chases after him briefly before returning to his passengers. This was likely an attempted insurance scam, but the Uber's cameras captured everything.
Muddy, do you not have the keys? Like,
proving the driver's innocence. The most disturbing part is that there was a woman and children in the back seat, meaning this endangered an entire family for profit. While it's unclear whether
that's what I'm saying. People do anything for bread,
the suspect was ever caught, the driver's quick reflexes may have saved multiple lives that day. On September 24th, 2024, a horrific accident occurred on the M12 Vostok toll road near Moscow. A 25-year-old entrepreneur from Tatarstan, known as Molodoi, was behind the wheel of his black Audi RS5, tearing down the highway at over 180 miles.
Oh, wait, is it 300? Am I tripping?
Miles per hour.
What does 302 mean?
When everything went horribly
that's not
wrong. The dashcam footage captures the moment a truck begins
Stop trying to speed, bro. This is what I be trying to
lanes to the left.
It's not GTA
and just
or Need for Speed, bro. Or a NASCAR, bro.
Seconds later, the Audi slams into it at unimaginable speed. The collision was absolutely catastrophic. The force of the impact sent the sports car underneath the truck, completely shearing off the roof.
That shit says 294 miles. I know I'm not tripping. Wait, what does that say? Or is that the gas? Well, that's literally the miles per hour. I knew I was tripping. That's 293 because it's 0, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's what I'm saying, bro. Is that 30? Wait, so you don't have a 20? It don't matter. Driving off, man. I think this is, bro. Because it's like, I mean, it don't look like they tried to stop, but no, it did. You see the brake lights.
At the time of the crash, the Audi was still traveling at around 165 kilometers per hour, more than twice the legal speed limit. When rescuers arrived on scene, they worked desperately to extract the driver from what was left of the mangled wreckage, but unfortunately, he didn't make it. When police examined the crash site, they discovered something disturbing. The car had no license plates. They were later found hidden in the trunk. As it turned out, Molodoi had a notorious reputation for reckless driving, racking up about 100 traffic violations and nearly 100,000 rubles in fines. This wasn't his first time pushing his Audi RS5 to dangerous speeds, but it would tragically be his last. On April 29, 2013, a driver near Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan captured something absolutely horrifying on Dashcam. A Boeing 747-400 cargo plane had just taken off, bound for Dubai with 7 crew members aboard. The massive aircraft was loaded with 207 tons of cargo, including 5 enormous military vehicles known as MRAPs, each weighing between 12 and 18 tons. From the ground, everything seemed normal as the plane climbed into the sky. Then, everything went horribly wrong. The plane suddenly pitched upward at an extreme angle, stalled completely, and plummeted nose first toward the ground, erupting in a massive fireball.
Yo, y'all gotta be careful with these airplanes, bro. Understand, bro? RP everybody who died to airplane or helicopter. So like, it don't even look like it's going up forward, bro. It's like, everybody just so calm in this dash cam. It's not damn.
During takeoff, one of the improperly secured MRAPs broke free and severed 2 critical hydraulic systems, rendering the aircraft completely uncontrollable. All 7 crew members were killed. Investigators found that National Air Cargo had failed to properly restrain the cargo, and the plane was overloaded. It's absolutely hard.
You said 7, it was like 10, 12 tons for each, bro. That's so much pound.
Breaking to think about what that dashcam driver witnessed, a tragic reminder of how one mistake can cost multiple lives. This surveillance footage was recorded from a pickup truck in Chile. The driver had just pulled into a highway turnaround lane when the car in front of him began to slow down and eventually came to a stop.
Another one.
Then the door swung open and 2 men got out.
Okay, so here's the difference between this guy and the other guy. The other guy
just
seen that he was driving slow, you know what I'm saying? You gotta realize, bro, look at this strip right here, bro. Where are you gonna go if you don't drive to that car? Because if you back up, there's probably somebody behind you. So shit, you just gonna have to. Shit, I don't even know, bro. I'll just drive to that car. Person like me. Shit, I generally don't know what I'll do. I ain't gonna lie. Because it's like the street's only so big. It look like their car is generally taking up both sides of the whole side of the thing.
Highway turnaround lane when.
But you see that they slowing down. From saying. You gotta start. I'll low-key start backing up right when I see them slowing down. I ain't gonna front.
The car
if nobody behind
in front of him began to slow down and eventually came to a stop. Then the door swung open and 2 men got out. One of them armed with a handgun. At first, the driver tried to reverse, but there was another car right behind him blocking his escape. The only way out was forward. He pushed his way through, ramming the attacker's car and breaking free back onto the highway. During the collision, the attacker's brake lights came on, but the impact barely affected the pickup truck.
He's lucky that he's in a truck, bro, because if he was in a car, that shit wouldn't have worked.
Footage was later handed over to police to help identify the men and was also uploaded online. Within a few days, the real owner of the car recognized it as his. It had been stolen several days earlier. This led police to believe the men were attempting to carjack the pickup as well.
Okay, so you got good awareness too. He just should have backed up a little bit when he seen it was getting out, or when they were slowing down.
Using a stolen vehicle to commit yet another crime. Fortunately, the driver's quick thinking and willingness to ram his way out saved him from what could have been a much worse situation.
I would say too, though, next time if he's in a situation like that, God forbid, try and duck down a little bit when you're driving, just so that if they, you know what I'm saying, start shooting, for me, they won't hit you hard.
Well, Sunday in Shiprock, New Mexico, a trucker was making a routine delivery when a pickup truck made a reckless U-turn right in front of him. The trucker honked in warning, but that turned out to be a massive mistake. The pickup driver got trucker honk.
I ain't gonna lie, Mud.
Routine delivery.
Oh, it's a truck driver though. Yeah, you could tell it's a big truck.
When a pickup truck made a reckless U-turn right in front of him. The trucker honked in warning, but that turned out to be a massive mistake. The pickup driver got upset and started chasing him down the highway, blaring his horn in retaliation. At first, the trucker laughed it off, but then things escalated quickly. The pickup signaled to the right and pulled over, clearly wanting to confront him. Sensing something was off, the trucker kept driving and began memorizing the license plate while calling the police.
Can you memorize that bit?
So I'm driving a semi-truck and he's trying to run into me. His license plate is 6210, New Mexico. He's all over the road. He did a U-turn. He drove by me and flipped me off. I'm not for sure what's going on.
But while he was on the call, the situation took a terrifying turn. The pickup driver suddenly stopped in the middle of the road and aimed a shotgun directly at the trucker's windshield.
He just aimed a gun at me! He just aimed a shotgun! He just aimed a shotgun at me!
Muddy, why did you stop driving?
He just aimed a
shield. Driver suddenly stopped in the middle of the road and aimed a shotgun directly at the trucker's windshield.
You should never stop. That's why y'all gotta pay attention when you be honking, bro. Because, you know, people really be on
He
that,
got
bro.
me. He just aimed a shotgun. He just aimed a shotgun at
On the
me.
edge of life and
He
shit,
just
bro.
aimed a shotgun. Get the police out here, please. He just aimed a double barrel.
You just stop moving. Stop moving. Don't go no more. Just stop moving. You already seen he got a gun, bro. Sit right here, bro. I mean,
Shotgun and roll this window
don't start chasing him. Don't start driving after him, bro. You got it. Let's play. You got it on video, bro. You good? Bro.
down. I had to duck.
Just
The
relax.
trucker was in complete shock, but continued following at a safe distance while
Yeah, there you go.
staying on the line with
And
the
it's a
police.
trucker here. That's good.
Then it
That's good work.
happened again. The driver aimed the gun at him.
That's why I said don't follow him, bro. Come on, man. This is bad survival skills, bro. You know he has a shotgun. You know he's angry, bro. Don't follow him. If you see he already drove past you, just sit there for at least about 5-10 minutes. You know what I'm saying, and then start making turns, like make at least 2-3 turns, and then you good, bro.
A
Go about
second
your day.
time.
I mean, or just drive to the police station, whatever you gotta do, bro. But don't follow him, bro.
He just aimed his gun at me again. He just aimed
Because
the
he
gun
just
at
made
me
a
again.
whole
Now he's
U-turn.
heading back towards the hospital.
And now he's gonna follow
He
you,
aimed
bro,
the gun at
again.
me again, and he's
You know what
heading
I'm saying,
back
buddy?
towards the hospital. Back.
The trucker who submitted the video later reported that the driver was eventually caught and charged, though it's unclear what the final outcome was.
He just aimed a gun at me. He just aimed a shotgun. He just aimed a shotgun at me. He just aimed a shotgun. Get the police out here, please. He just aimed a double-barrel shotgun and rolled his window down.
On November 19th,
I gotta do better than
2017,
that, bro.
in Clearwater, Florida, 2 police officers were responding to a routine traffic stop in North Keene Road when their dash cams captured something absolutely insane. Just 2 minutes after they arrived,
Oh,
a small
shit.
plane appeared in the sky, descending rapidly, and it was heading straight toward them. The plane's
Oh.
right wing clipped a tree, sending the aircraft spinning out of control before it slammed into the side of the road, right where the officers had been standing moments before.
That's God, bro. I'm telling y'all. Y'all good, though. Feel like everybody alright.
Just minutes earlier, 61-year-old pilot Mark Allen Benedict had taken off from a nearby airport with 1 passenger aboard. Shortly into the
He's
flight,
good, bro?
the engine started
There's only
failing.
one passenger?
Mark reported the emergency back to the airport, but he couldn't make it back to the runway. With the
They're
engine
blocking it
getting
off.
worse, Mark had no choice but to attempt an emergency landing on the road below. By pure chance, that same road
luckily the police was
already
here
had
already.
2 police cruisers parked there to witness the entire crash. Miraculously, despite the violent impact, Mark and his passenger walked away with only minor injuries,
There you go.
and nobody on the ground was hurt. It's incredible
That's
that
good
everyone
work, bro.
survived what could have easily
That's God
been a
right there,
fatal
yo.
accident. On May 10th, Paul Lau, a 67-year-old Lyft driver,
Come on, bro. You can't be this old driving, bro. People around, dude.
pulled into an Arco gas station for what should have
And
been
you at a
a
gas
routine
station?
stop. As he refueled and washed his car in the quiet of the
Oh,
night,
he was just. Oh, never mind. That's me. That's me. That's me. He was just. Well, I ain't gonna lie. You shouldn't be getting gas in the middle of the night, but
an ominous
I mean, you probably have things to do. So.
figure
You work at nighttime, and I just say if you ever get gas at night, bro, just make sure you're on point. Bro. That's all I gotta say. Getting gas, I'll say low key, sit in your car, but like make sure if you sit in your car, make sure you pay attention to your surroundings.
crept
other than that,
through the
you
back
should be straight.
door. Then the nightmare began. The suspect approached Lau
He's
with
standing on
a
business
gun
with it,
pointed directly at him, demanding his wallet and possessions.
But I
Caught
know,
on
just give it up, my heart. It's not that. It's not worth your life.
camera,
I mean-
the armed man waved his gun menacingly while forcing Lau into conversation as he took his cash and
But my boy's
demanded the
standing on business with it though.
car keys. But when Lau explained the car was keyless, the suspect viciously
My boy
struck
Lau's
him in
on-
the face
Damn.
with the gun, fracturing his nose. The brutal attack left Lau with both physical injuries and serious trauma from the encounter. Luckily,
Yeah.
Lau survived, but it's a harsh reminder of how vulnerable rideshare drivers can be during late-night shifts. In early January
You gotta watch
2016,
that, bro. At least
Christopher
he okay,
Telford was heading home in Lancaster, England, testing out his new head-mounted camera to capture footage of the countryside. He captured something else entirely, traveling around 60 miles per hour.
Bro, I hate when people do this too, bro. Like when someone's driving on one side of the road and they not driving fast enough, so they swerve into this one and then go on the other side. It's just so
He
dangerous,
topped
bro.
a blind hill and spotted a BMW trying to pass another
That's what I'm
vehicle
saying.
in the opposite lane, headed straight
I ain't lying,
toward
but
him.
and it's like
The
here on the hill. There's a house right here. I don't know what this is, but this right here, like
BMW didn't slow
Come on,
down.
buddy.
It actually seemed to speed up, trying to beat him to the gap. Christopher
Damn,
slammed on his brakes,
what?
but they locked up and sent his car sliding sideways
I mean,
until
he
he hit
allowed,
the
though.
wall and flipped onto his side. What happened next might be
He
the
allowed
most
with it.
British reaction to a car crash ever
you jump out that
recorded.
bit. Damn. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. He did what I would say just try and slow down maybe. And just swerve a little, not swerve too crazy.
Well, that was scary.
But at least you're alive though with it. Jump out the window in this movie.
I'm uninjured.
His
Okay, you good
compact Toyota Yaris absorbed
Damn, his shit got
most of the impact, and he walked away with only minor bumps and bruises. Had the BMW been going any faster, this could have ended much worse. On February 26, 2025, a driver in Baton Rouge, Louisiana had just finished his evening kickboxing training and was heading home on what seemed like a completely normal Wednesday night.
Shout out kickboxing, man.
The footage shows him waiting at a traffic light with nothing out of the ordinary happening. Just ahead, a black car sits in the intersection preparing to make a left turn. Then, in a split second, everything changed in the most horrific way imaginable. Out of nowhere, a motorcycle comes flying into the frame at an estimated 160 miles per hour.
Yo, come on with this driving so fast, bro, on a motorcycle, bro.
And slams into the side of the black car with brutal force.
Damn.
The impact is so intense that the car bursts into flames instantly. The motorcyclist is thrown to the ground, still on fire.
Damn. Y'all gotta be safer on the road, bro. This car didn't even move.
This truck was traveling along a Mexican highway. The driver and his assistant
Shout out Mexico, bro. I want to go there one day, man.
Going about what seemed like a routine delivery. The dashcam footage shows everything appeared normal at first, but then two vehicles suddenly pulled up alongside them. Armed gang members jumped out and rushed toward the truck. The driver and assistant immediately raised their hands as weapons were pointed directly at them. The assistant was forced out first. Then one of the gang members climbed into the cab and ordered the driver out at gunpoint. Another gang member jumped behind the wheel and drove off, leaving both men stranded on the side of the road. The entire coordinated hijacking was over in seconds. But if you want to see more
how you get the video, though?
Disturbing dashcam moments...
Damn, bro. Well, y'all gotta stay safe on these streets, man. Feel me? I'll watch this one probably in a couple of days. But, I got another video. Y'all stay safe, man. Love y'all. More videos today, for sure.